Injured and unhealthy players are a plague that can hit some teams in a season, and for the Denver Nuggets, that is exactly what happened. Missing two key stars in Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., who both have huge roles on this team, have been missing in action. Jokic being the lone superstar on this team, surrounded by a roster full of role players, some good, some average, this team had a hard season, but in my eyes, they exceeded expectations by obtaining the 6th seed in the West. After flashes this season of the team having chemistry without their star counterparts, with the team coming into the next season fully healthy, the Nuggets are looking for redemption from last season with hopes to have a deeper playoff run. Highlighting the key players of this team, we all know the reigning MVP of the league, Nikola Jokic, is going to lead this team and make a super big impact as usual. Whether he's affecting the game with his passing, his scoring, or his clutch performances, Jokic is more than a dependable superstar for this team every night. You see the offense run through him seamlessly, and with his quick decision making, it makes him a hard cover when on the court. Seeing the Nuggets get it to Jokic to start this game, regardless of the amount of pressure Griffin is giving him, once catching, Jokic notices Irving shift for the help, and he drops it right to Barton for the deuce. His leadership and elite skill resulted in averages of 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists per game. Jokic led the Nuggets in every major stat category and had the best player efficiency in league history. So now that all the doubts are out of the window after the last couple years of him showcasing his ability to lead a team, going into this next year, we should see great things. With his wizardry on the court, finding teammates is Jokic's special ability, and it's like he can see every opening in a split second. Making this pass to Morris on the cut look easy, he threads it right past Sabonis, arriving right in Morris's hands for the easy bucket. These passes are like second nature to Jokic as he throws these every night, and it alleviates pressure from other players having to worry about finding ways to score. Having a star that is very unselfish and willing to facilitate will help a lot. As Murray and MPJ rotate back into this lineup, it will allow for them to ease into their game as Jokic makes everyone on the court better. Having a soft touch around the basket is key to Jokic's game as he shoots 67% from shots less than 10 feet. And with Murray back in the lineup, it'll make the pick and roll a very viable option. Whether he knocks down the short floaters after receiving the pass off rolls, spacing the floor with jumpers after popping, there's so many options when using this pick and roll anywhere on the floor. This duo is going to be a great pair together as Murray not only has an option in Jokic, MPJ, and others to dish the ball to off screens, he can also score the ball and be a hot hand on the offensive end. Before suffering an ACL injury, Murray was on pace to have a good season, putting up numbers of 21 points and 4 assists per game while shooting 47% from the field and 40% from 3 across 48 games. So it's safe to say Murray was starting to make a name for himself and the momentum just got cut short. With him taking a longer time to recover and not rushing the process, it's guaranteed he will come back all the way healthy and hopefully perform at the same level, if not higher. Being a push-to-pace type of player, smart decision maker on offense, Murray can carry this team by lighting it up with his outside scoring, inside scoring, or facilitating to others when on the court. Being able to create his own shot off the dribble is a key part of Murray's game. Here we see him come off this screen, and with Kobe's momentum going downhill, Murray steps back and gives him a little bump to create some distance and knocks down the midi. These pull-ups that come after a couple dribbles off handoffs that Jokic and Murray team up to complete will also be an available option in that mid-range area. Murray, being a great shooter and scorer on all 3 levels, coupled with his tight handle on the court, will take a tremendous amount of pressure off Jokic having to create these looks for the offense. Most of Murray's buckets come off the dribble as pull-ups take up a large portion of his shot diet at 33% of his frequency from 2 and 24% of his frequency from 3. To accumulate for over half his shot diet, and he was very efficient from these areas. Coming up the floor, receiving the screen at half court, once Murray sees the opening, he wastes no time and makes the defense pay for leaving him uncovered. Murray is definitely a threat from deep, shooting 36% on his career, so if you allow him to create space or if you sleep on defense, he will make you regret it. Inside 10 feet, Murray is great as well as he shoots 65% from there. Loving to get downhill to put the defense on their heels, Murray hits Wiseman with the hezzy in and out before blowing past him baseline to finish the tough reverse. Working out the mid post, we see the craftiness as Murray gets Culver to bite on the up fake, then uses the step back to create space, which makes Culver lunge again, and Murray steps through to finish this layup. So it's safe to say from all areas on the court, Murray is effective, but mostly when it comes off the dribble shooting or dribble drive penetration. With a lot of time off, Murray should be very fresh and ready to pick up where he left off. With him and Jokic both being on the floor together, they will ultimately uplift this team to perform better and command a lot of attention on the court. This is exactly where Michael Porter Jr. comes in, and I honestly believe he is an X factor for the Nuggets. In his last complete season in 2020-21, Porter put up 19 points on 54% shooting from the field and 44% shooting from the three, and an astonishing 66% true shooting. So very early in his career, Porter is an instant scoring threat, and he can do it at all levels on the court. At his 6'10 height, 7-foot wingspan, and smooth jumper, once Porter gets it going, it will be difficult to cool him down. When getting switched to bigs, Porter is versatile enough to put it on the ground and create his own shot. If smaller guards are matched up with him, he can elevate over them and drain jumpers with no problem. Just like Murray, MPJ can come off these handoff screens from Jokic and pull up with space in the midi very comfortably. Or if pressured, Porter can take his defender off the dribble and stay strong when met with the contact at the rim. Offensively, Porter is going to be the guy to go to when the team is in a drought and hasn't scored in a couple possessions. Getting him a high volume of shots will be great, as he seems to play better once in rhythm. Hopefully the Nuggets will allow him to be more free and just let him play his game to his full potential. The Nuggets have a lot of players on this team who can score the ball and play their roles effectively, such as Will Barton, Aaron Gordon, Monte Morris, and Bones Hyland, and others. In the comments, let me know which role player on this team will help them out the most this upcoming season. Full of redemption on their mind, the Nuggets have a bunch of threats that can add a lot of value to this team. Let me know how you feel about the Denver Nuggets and how do you think they will do next year. If you enjoyed this video, you have to watch this Miami Heat team analysis and how they will be a threat in the East next year. Or check out this Anthony Edwards video showcasing why he will be a star in this league very soon. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you in the next video.